If you've tried to grow your social media account alone, you've probably failed, or you had a really tough time. Everyone struggles with social media, especially when you're trying to do it alone. But when you understand the mechanics behind why you keep failing, you can then find the solutions and break that cycle if you ever find yourself in it. Now, if you've never heard of this theory before, it basically explains what people experience in just 30 days when they attempt to do social media alone. And there's two main situations when we can see this theory in play. When one individual is responsible for coming up with ideas, creating the content, posting the content, and keeping up with all the social media updates. The first stage is square one. This is when someone is currently doing nothing. They're not generating ideas, they're not posting content, they're not even thinking about posting content. Instead, they spend all their time scrolling through social media and end up becoming envious of their competition. Until one day, something clicks and they say, I can do this. And that brings us to stage two, inspiration. Inspiration can be triggered when someone's looking at their competition, or they just decide, now is the time to get serious about my business or my social media account. And at this point, the individual decides to take action. Action is the following stage, and now this individual is far beyond square one and starts to figure things out. They learn what's needed to get serious about social media. They start generating ideas, they start posting content, and now they have developed a routine, and that routine leads to results. Now in this stage, a person ends up in one of two paths. Either the results are unfavorable, and now there's a realization that, hey, this is really tough to do alone, causing them to go back to square one. They start scrolling through social media and become envious of their competition. Or in contrast, a person's actions gave them favorable results. There's an increase in views, there's an increase in followers, there's an increase in exposure, and that leads to a good feeling. But this good feeling isn't always a good thing, because the 30-day square one theory mentions when someone starts to see results, they end up moving to the next stage, which is reality. Everything is going great, they're reaching their social media goals, and because of this, individuals in this stage began to think they can take it easy and take a small break. That small break that someone decided to take ended up being a really long break. And because of this, an individual needs to work in overtime, thinking more, creating more, and posting more just to get the results that they once had. The broken habit leads to a lack of motivation to get started again, which then puts that person back in square one. And now they're scrolling through social media and they become envious of their competition. And the most remarkable thing about the 30-day square one theory is that this entire cycle can happen in just 30 days. Now, although this is not a good cycle to get caught up in, the theory does mention one of the most effective ways to not get caught up is to have a team along your side during your social media journey. Whether it's having friends to bounce ideas off of, joining online communities like Discord, hiring an employee, or outsourcing to an agency, whatever you do, don't do it alone. Now, if this video helped you out, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video.